Have you ever found yourself between a rock and a hard place? Well, I'm going to share with you why that might not be such a bad thing on this episode of Out of the Box. Welcome back to Out of the Box, the series where unconventional thinking leads to extraordinary living. I'm your host, Elizabeth Miner, CEO and founder of Thrive This Day, and I'm a life coach. So this might have gotten your attention, right? Because we've all found ourselves between a rock and a hard place at some point. We've all had that feeling of our back being up against the wall, or feeling like we're just hitting bottom. We've all had that feeling, and if you haven't, you're pretty darn lucky, and I'm going to suggest it might happen at some point. So here's the thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. And this is why. Because when you find yourself in these spaces, when your back is up against the wall, you have leverage. When you are feeling like you're at your bottom, you have clarity. There are things, there are gifts in these situations that you can use as a benefit if you just realize that you can shift your perspective and gain so much out of this. Remember that the end of something is always the start of something new. And that's not trying to be cliche, but think of it this way. Have you ever jumped into a lake or a pond or a pool or an ocean, and you find yourself midway between the top and the bottom? And it's a lot of effort to get yourself to the top of the surface. But when you jump in and you hit bottom and you hit that resistance, two things happen. One, you get leverage. Two, you get clarity. You know exactly where you are and you know exactly where you want to go. So being at the end, touching bottom, is really a place that you can use to push off. And you can actually, potentially, get to the top so much faster, easier, with more grace and flow when you have something to push off of. And when you know exactly the direction you want to go. So really, that's all there is to this, is check on your perspective. When you feel like you're at the end, when you feel like everything is going against you and your back is up against the wall, lean back, use that to kick your way forward and move into whatever it is that you truly want. Because if your back is up against the wall, guaranteed you have sight of what you really do want. So check it out, look for it, find it, and then use that wall to propel you forward. That's my unconventional thinking today for your extraordinary living. And you know the drill. If this precise message needs to get to somebody you know, please do forward it. Otherwise, you'll find me right back here next week with another bit of unconventional thinking for your extraordinary living. Until then, go out and get that extraordinary life that you so deserve. See you then. Ciao.